Good morning, everybody. It's Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, here for another Saturday sip. I'm a little earlier than I have been recently, so might take you guys a few minutes to figure out that I'm here online. As some of you know, I don't have a set time for my Saturday sip because it's Saturday, and especially with it being summer. So, oh, I see my son popped on. Hi, honey. And I am going to go ahead and just keep going. I see a couple other people have popped on, so that's good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. As you guys may remember, I have been talking about the things in the mini catalog that ends at the end of June that are carrying over into the new catalog, but currently you can order it in this catalog as a bundle. So don't make the mistake of looking in the annual catalog, the new one that just came out, and ordering it individually when you can order it as a bundle in the mini. And I don't want you guys to miss that. So actually the one that I'm doing today is on page 23. And if you look, I have got an R by all of them. Why? This entire set is going away. And I did share it in November during the volume. It was part of a fall special. It had another stamp set with it. But I just couldn't let it go away without talking about it again because, frankly, I was really surprised that this one, at least the dies, I was kind of shocked that it was actually retiring because it's just so awesome. So you might want to grab this if you have not. It's the Quite Curvy Stamp Set Bundle. It comes with the stamp set and the dies, which I'm going to show you. Again, it's on page 23. It's item number 156228, and it's $41.25. So let me show you. Obviously, actually, you can kind of see the stamp set better in the catalog than you can. There might be less glare, but it has Thinking of You Makes My Day, Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays. We're going to use that one today. Hooray for You, Made with Love, Just for You, Hello, and You're One in a Million. And you see how they're all kind of curved, except for these two. That is so that they can match up with the dies. Also, you see that there are 3 birds and then this little, can't think of what it's called, but you know what I mean. And then swag, that's it. And then this swag, and then a little leaf here. And they all have, whenever you see that, where they're kind of highlighted in a color, like these are, that means that there are dies that match it exactly. So, and here are the dies, a little more up close, so you can see how they look. Now, the interesting thing about these dies is when you cut them, one side will cut it, depending on how you're putting it in, will cut it like this one has holes. And it will cut it with the holes. If you don't want the holes, but you want to cut off below, you want to flip it this way. So your curve changes. So what do you do when that happens? Well, I'm going to show you because we're doing that today. I wanted the curve to go this way, and I knew that the only way to get it the way I exactly wanted it was to have the holes in it, which is fine. I think they're pretty, right? They look really good. But I'm doing something with this card, and I've used these two, this piece and this piece, to pre-cut some pieces of the Designer Series paper that is also going to be retiring, and it is in the catalog, and it is, oh gosh, let me find it. I'm sorry. I should have looked that up. But this paper is just, oh, so pretty. Just give me a minute. It's the, here, I found it. Yay. It is the Hydrangea Hill Designer Series paper, which is $11.50, and it's number 154570. But the papers are just gorgeous. You've seen me use it. I've used it quite a bit, actually. So, okay, so this is where we're going to start. I wanted it cut like this, and then I'm going to set that over here and grab my foam mat. I'm going to open that up a little bit. Oh, nope, I want it this way. And then I chose, like I said, the thinking of you. Oh, I'm sorry. I chose wishing you the happiest of birthdays. And this is Gorgeous Grape ink. Now this piece is cut at kind of an unusual, it's at 4 inches by 10.5 inches, scored at 5 1/4. So it ends up when it's folded 4 inches by 5 1/4, because I'm going to mat it when we're done. So now I'm just going to ink this up, and this is all the stamping I'm doing on this card. This is it. And I want to kind of line it up with this. And now because it's photopolymer, I could have like wiggled it around a little bit more, but it actually works really well just to eyeball it. And then see how it follows that curve? Isn't that cool? I love this stamp set. I can't believe it's going away. I can't believe it. Oh, and this is Gorgeous Grape 147099, and I can't remember the price. I think it changed, so I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Okay, now here's the issue. I've got those holes, and I was kind of concerned about them, but then I decided I wasn't going to worry because I'm going to put this piece right over it. And even though you can kind of sort of see the holes, I could have put this lower and then put my sentiment lower. But I chose not to do that. You certainly can, but I chose to, I just chose to do it up a little higher. So what I'm going to do to adhere this is I'm going to follow this curve. Whoops, maybe. I'm going to follow this curve with my Stampin' Seal. Then I'm just going to put a little bit at the top. I'm not too worried about it. And you see, this is just a scrap. Now, this piece is also the same. One end is going to cut it straight, and one end isn't. So if you want these little flourishes, make sure you've got your die. And you can feel it, and you can actually see it, that there's a line here, and that's the cutting line. So I am placing this almost exactly on it. And yes, I can see the little holes. I can. But I don't mind. I'm okay with it because it just gives it a little bit more interest, in my opinion. And I didn't want to cut this any shorter. So then I cut 3 more pieces, 2 with the circle, the little holes, and another one with the matching fleur-de-lis. But notice how I've cut it differently. Each of them are cut slightly different. Now this one's pretty similar to that cut. So I'm going to do the same thing. And this one could have been shorter too, because I'm going to layer all of these. So you could really cut them shorter depending on what exactly you're going to do. And I am going to let this one overlap it just a touch. So just that little bit shows. And adhere this one. I give this one a little bit more space. I'm going to move this up to the top of the card. Okay, see how it pokes through? I just love it. And then this one. I'm going to put this one at the top of the card. Now to make sure I get, because can you see the white? I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I want to make sure that I get it all the way to the top and on the edge. Now I can see a little bit of white here. I could get really picky and run it through my trimmer again to cut those off, but it's a lot to ask of my trimmer. But I'm going to go ahead and do it just so you guys can see what I mean. Okay, so I want to trim off just a hair, just like the tiniest little bit. So this is where it's going to get difficult, but I did it. There we go. And I got that little tiny hair off. So now when it's closed, you don't see the white. Or at least you shouldn't if I folded it right. I'm funny. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to mat this onto a piece of the Gorgeous Grape. Let's put some adhesive. Oops, I don't want to adhere you to the back. Little thread of paper. This set is so beautiful. Let me know how you feel about this set. Send me some likes or some loves and tell me what you're thinking about this stamp set. It's just so beautiful. I still have a piece of that thing stuck to me. Okay, and because I trimmed it now, this is off a little bit, so I'll trim that later. That's okay. I won't make you guys watch me do this again. Now, just to add a little bit of fun to it, I am going to add a bow. This is our crinkled seam binding. And yes, I'm going to tie a bow on camera. You know how much I love to do that. Just not at all. But I'm going to do it anyway. Just for you guys. And when I do it on camera, I tend to give myself way more ribbon than I need. Yeah, that's just like way too much. Way too much ribbon. Okay. Now watch, I'm going to tie it and it won't be enough. And I'm just gonna tie a little bow up here. Nothing particularly fancy about it. Now, if you're worried about your bows shifting and causing, problems sliding down the card or something, you just add a little bit of adhesive to them. This is very fine, and I'm trying to get it to lay flat. And the way you do that is how you turn it. What is going on here? Okay, so that needs to go that way, and this needs to go this way. Okay. Hence why I don't like to tie on camera. This is why. This is why. So it is going to be hot, 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 hot here in Michigan, and the pollen count is ridiculously high. So what is it like by you guys? I mean, is everybody having a heat wave, or is it just us? I know some of you in the West are like in drought conditions. We're in moderate drought, according to the news. So I think I want my bow to be a little bigger because I've got a lot of space for it to like flop. So there we go. Let's just let it be a big fat old, well, not fat, but a big long ribbon. Okay, there we go. There is the card, and then you have plenty of room to write your sentiment. Isn't that fun? Now, how cool are these dies? I mean, seriously, they're so cool. And you definitely want the stamp set to go with it because the curves match so perfectly. So, again, that is a bundle for $58.25. And here are, I copied this one exactly. This is the one that's in the catalog. I copied it exactly, and I added a little piece of the designer series paper up there, but it's right in the catalog. Case your catalog, everybody. This is one I did back in November. It was part of a class kit for just a fun little thought. So anyway, I'm hoping you guys are following me here on facebook.com/memory inkers. I will be back later today to talk to you guys about a cool new club that I'm doing, a new hostess club. And I want to thank everybody who came by Thursday evening for our bingo. It was so much fun, and we had 4 winners, and we had some great cards that we did. In case you missed it, although it's been on screen a million times, these are the cards we did for bingo last month. This one opens like that, and then here's a larger card with a matching envelope. And then our over-the-top card was done. Now with bingo, all you get is the card pieces. You do not get, like, you get a big piece of Whisper White or Basic White to stamp these two images, but I don't stamp them for you because that's against Stampin' Up! Policy. But I did emboss this piece for you. And you get all of the pieces you need, all of the little gems and ribbons, and I pre-punched these. And, you know, you get all of the pieces cut, this pre-die cut and everything and all the stuff, but you don't get the stamp set. So, also my new club is going to include your bingo for free. So that's pretty cool. Let me show you what some of the people won on Thursday. Itty Bitty Hot Birthdays. Here's a card. His Love. And Itty Bitty Christmas. These are all recently retired stamp sets. And I gave those 4 away. So that was pretty exciting. And as bingo grows, the prizes will get bigger. So that's fun too. Also, I don't want to forget, I'm going to ask you to share this video to win a prize. Share it with your friends and then comment below that you have shared. And you will be in the drawing next month in the beginning of July for a free gift. It changes every month of what I give away. This month, I'm still waiting to hear from Kelly Wagner. She earned this this paper pumpkin kit from back in April of 2015. So it's got everything in there except the ink. So very cool. That's for April as soon as I hear from her. I'm sorry, for Kelly. For Kelly. That is for all the people who shared in May. Also, if you want to place a small order, you can use my hostess code. Just go to memoryinkers.com. Use this hostess code, RRY7Q7ZQ. But because I'm having this hostess prize situation, you may want to text me or wait for my next video before you place your order today. Bingo class is totally different though. If you know you want to do bingo and you don't want to join any clubs, that is $20 that you PayPal me to my email, memoryinkers@att.net. Make sure that you send it as a friend because they take almost $1 in fees. So if you don't know how to do that, please do it for $21 and then that'll make up the error. Okay. I think that is everything. Like I said, I will be back later today to discuss my new club option that I'm going to have available and talk to you about why that is so cool. So, all right. Oh, thank you, Bobby. I'm glad that you thought it was fun. I really enjoy bingos. They're just a blast. All right, everybody. Have a fabulous Saturday. Try to stay cool. Bye.